Hey guys, welcome live. Welcome everyone. Pull up a chair tonight. We are going to be going live. I have my coffee, so I hope that you have your coffee too. Um, Give me just a moment. All right, so I'm glad that you're here tonight. We're just gonna low key talk about something that's on the hearts of women who are in the online space or trying to be in the online space, and maybe you are having difficulty with your digital products or your niche. But I'm here to tell you tonight. Here's a question: what is my niche, and what does God have to do with it? What is my niche, and what does God have to do with it? So while TikTok does its thing, I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee, if that's okay with you. It says, with God all things are possible. Amen. With God all things are possible. Is the tag still on under my cup? Hey, C. I have coffee. We are drinking coffee tonight, and out of my special cup. Love this cup. This cup was given to me as a gift. Isn't she so pretty? She's got gold. Don't stick it in the microwave though. Okay. So tonight's topic is, what is my niche, and what does God have to do with it? Let's get into it. So welcome everyone. Let's go ahead and pull up a chair. I'm going to be talking tonight because this is a topic. And if you agree with this, if you are having a time in your business where you're still trying to figure out what lane you want to stay in, what niche you want to be in, who do you want to serve, then this video is for you. This live video is for you. So tonight, I'm talking about something that stops women in their tracks almost more than anything itself. And that is not knowing what your niche is. Okay, maybe you know in your community, maybe some of your coaches, whoever's going to be on here tonight, if you are a woman that is struggling to figure out who she is, what her place is, and what is my niche, what is a niche, and what does God have to do with it, then you are in the right place, okay? So I'm going to be outlining 3 things. So if you want to take you some notes, I'm also going to flip around the screen. We're going to be interactive tonight. And the time that you are on with me tonight, we are going to be active in this class, okay? So class is in session, all right? And I'm excited because I love to teach. I love to teach. I love to share messages in ministry and church, wherever. My pastor would say, "Hey, Lorelei, you are a pastor without a title." He's like, "You are a pastor without a title." And that was just so honoring for me because I really love to serve. So as you're coming in, let me know where you're from. I'm Lorelei. I am your host and coach, and I am from Maui, Hawaii. Okay. Hello. I try to be friendly. Aloha. Hello to everyone. And please, if you're going to comment down in the chat, please be respectful. Okay. Please be respectful and keep it according to the class today. All right. Welcome to you. Welcome, welcome. So we have pull up your chair, grab your coffee. I'm drinking espresso tonight. With God, all things are possible, right? All things are possible. So before we get into the strategy, you need to know that, because I want to talk about something deeper first. And because I really believe that your niche isn't something you pick. Your niche isn't something you pick. Okay? It's something you uncover. Tonight, we're filming from the Collab Studio on Maui. This is where a lot of the magic happens for us. And this is a place we curated for purpose-driven leaders. So I get to talk about this all the time. Hey, Mo, aloha to you from... So if I say aloha, that means hello and many other things in Hawaii in our language. So thank you for your love. And so this is a time where I want you to understand that I spent so long trying to figure out what is my niche, trying to stay in a lane for whatever reason, because that's what all the gurus and the coaches would tell you to do, or to tell me what to do. But your niche is you. I've heard that been said. Your niche is you, but it's also something that you don't really pick. You can pick a niche, but what happens is you end up getting stuck later on. if that's not the truth. Tell me that's not the truth. Because I have been in one niche and got out into another and went into another, and I'm trying to find myself in all these niches. And let me tell you, your niche really, the niche that you are supposed to pick, it really isn't something you pick. It's something that you uncover. So number one, there's 3 things tonight. I want you to tell me where you're from. Thank you for those who are participating in this class. Your niche is not a category as much as it is your calling. I'm going to flip around the computer because the phone, because I want to show with in Claude, it's free, what I mean by this, because there's the skillful way and there's also the way that I'm going to tell you that it goes hand in hand. So if you bear with me for a second, okay? So let me flip around the screen because this is going to be like really eye-opening if you guys don't really know already. So I'm going to talk and do this at the same time. Okay, so when you view this and you want to, I know for all of you that love prompts that I do, go ahead and take a snapshot, okay? Don't mind my misspelled word right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to discover in digital world what digital products are, okay? When you are talking to Claude, ChatGPT, any sort of AI, okay, bear with me, you want to command it first. You want to assign it. You want to designate what it is first. What is it acting as? Okay, it's acting as a digital product-based business expert. Okay, so if we're talking about digital products, you're digital products. If you're talking about being a coach and what are you going to do as a coach? What are you going to teach? How are you going to serve? What are your offers? How are you going to position yourself? Then of course you want to say you are acting as a expert in the field of coaches. Okay? So then if you guys like it, help me get the word out, guys. Thank you so much. And I said, now that I assign it what it is, I'm going to command it and I want it to tell me, please tell me the most profitable niches. See, a lot of women out there will say, go on Google and they're like, Google AI, tell me what is the most profitable niche in 2025, 2026. The problem with that is you're going to get generic information. Generic information is what everyone else is doing. Okay. And I'm going somewhere tonight with this because I'm going to solve one problem, and that is your niche and finally get the answer. And how does God apply to that? What does God have to do with your niche? All right. So please provide high demand, low competition. This right here, this prompt is already going to separate you from the rest of the saturated, overloaded, common information out there on AI. All right. Please tell me the high demand, low competition. Let me know what products are selling from least to greatest. And please give me valuable scholarly backed research articles to support the audience with the digital product space of these niches. Thank God for mentors and coaches, okay? So please provide relatability, credibility, and professionalism all the way throughout the prompt. And here's what's going to happen. Okay, so let's say, we want to find out our niche, right? We want to find out what profitable niches are out there. But see, what we don't understand is that in this strategy, when we start going and researching, we are implementing a strategy. But God has said your niche is not a category, it's a calling. Your niche is not a category, it is a calling. So while AI is doing its thing on here, okay, so it's getting all of its statistics, whether it's from Etsy, Google, journaling articles, all of those things that are backed. If you guys are following me, does this make sense to you guys so far? Let me know, yes, in the chat if you guys are picking this up. Okay, let me know so far if this is making sense to you. Just by putting in the information and assigning what the AI is, okay? This is templates, ebooks, notions, such and such. Here are all the categories in their order, okay? So, and these are researched from least to greatest, okay? You guys can go back on there. Just all you have to do is put your prompt in. Okay? My masterclass that I have, it's free. It outlines everything so you're able to do this. So if you're not taking notes, please don't fret. But if you guys are getting this, please let me know. Okay, let me turn it around so you guys can, so we can continue where we are. So your niche is not your category. Okay, so but hear me out. If you love baking and you're baking cookies already, or, I used to bake cookies. I was really famous. And then I said, with cookies and coaching, it goes hand in hand. But I need to pick a lane and stick in it. I need to pick a niche also and stay in it, because when you start to speak to everyone, you are the people that are in your circle, you're going to have a very hard time. Okay, you're going to have a very hard time marketing, because now you're speaking to everyone. Your comments or your content will sound like, ooh, wow, it's very nice, but nobody's engaging. You're posting and all you hear is crickets. You may get the likes, but you're not getting the comments. You're not, speaking and building relationships with people. Okay, so think of your page from now on. Think of your page as communities. Your TikTok is one community. You're building communities and authentic conversations, but you got to know what to talk about. And because if you don't know what your niche is, you're going to not be speaking to that one person that really needs you. See, there's the people that can use whatever you need, and it'll make them feel good. It'll solve a problem here and there. But the ones that really need you, that can afford to pay you for your digital products, for your coaching, for your offers, you need to be speaking directly to them, their pain points, their problem areas. So when you are speaking directly to a smaller lane, so instead of speaking to women, every woman needs my product. Guess what? You're not going to make sales if you're talking to every woman that needs products that you have. For all you direct sale marketing teams, for all of you network marketers, when you're told, hey, just talk to any woman in your 2 to 3 foot radius. Because I was in Avon, honey. I was good. How many of you been in Avon? I know I was selling Tupperware with my auntie when I was 12 to 14 years old. Okay. So she would drag me to conferences, but before I digress here, is we gotta be able to speak a message where it's enough to be specific to repel the ones that are not the woman fit for you in your business. Maybe you cater to women. Not every woman is for your business. And if you feel like, well, I don't know how to talk to the woman that's right for my business, isn't all women for my business? No, not exactly. Is she the busy mom? Is she the new mom? Is she the one that just graduated from college or about to get married? Those are little tinier niches. Now, everybody says, well, don't niche down too far down or you get too specific. True, but you need to have a starting point. And where that goes is your niche and what you have been given by God is so much bigger, amen. What gift and skill and vision you have been given by God is so much bigger than all the strategies put together. So sometimes we get a little bit on the strategy side, right? And we forget that God gave us a vision. And sometimes that vision scares us. And then we get to a part where, well, what do we want to do? What is our niche? And then we want to go to this other part of niche. Maybe we want to be a fitness instructor. Maybe we want to be a baker. And God's like, I've called you. You went through this breakthrough of trauma. You went through this breakthrough of surviving your worstest days. And don't you think that there's people out there that need to know this? Yes, there are. And is there a way to make that work inside your niche? Yes, there is. What am I saying here? Your niche is something that God's already done in you. You are the niche. So stop asking, well, what should I do? What should I do and how do I start? Really, and whatever God has done in your life already, believe me, there is a niche for that. Okay? There is a niche for that. So God doesn't call you to something that is random out there. And sometimes we don't understand that when God calls us to do something and he lines it up, and then we go off onto our own direction because we think it's easier. Well, let me tell you that whatever you've gone through, that is the pain that you went through. That is the challenges that you went through. You overcame it. You are not alone. There are other women out there that need to know how to overcome addiction, how to overcome codependency, how to overcome trauma, how to overcome or break through in whatever their mornings. Like I teach women how to have better mornings and how to wake up and be excited to know that their purpose is, and they just keep showing up anyway in the middle of their craziness. Amen. How many of you are showing up in the middle of your craziness? Give me an amen down in the chat below, because it's so important for you to know that your niche is not something that you have to uncover. Your niche is not something that you need to uncover. It's already within you. It's already what you've done. Now, for the sake of skill side, there are areas of niche like faith-based personal development, finances, relationships. If you've gone through a toxic relationship, if you've gone through a toxic marriage, if you've gone through toxic, parents or whatever, and you've overcome that, there's a niche for that, and it's called relationships. And you can dive into that niche knowing that God gave you that purpose. Your niche is not something you need to uncover, because already the relationship niche, financial niche, those are really profitable. And again, we're not looking at so much as the dollars ahead, because when you're chasing paper, you're going to be broke at one point if you're chasing that paper. My purpose, I'd rather chase my purpose and be happy and understand the skills and get paid for it and be comfortable, rather than always looking and being greedy. Like my next step is going to be money, 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 right? I've did it. I've done that 6 figures. I know what it is to have a lot. I know what it is to not have a lot. Okay. And what I'm telling you is God gave you the thing you already need to do. And if you feel like you're running away from it, ladies, then you're going in the wrong direction. And it feels like you're going in the wrong direction. When you are going in the direction that you are not supposed to be going in, you will feel it. There will be this all constant pull and tug of just not getting it right. You're starting to get confused. You're starting to spin and overthink things in the hardest way, that God is not going to call you to do these random things. For those of you that are staying and coming and going, my talk tonight is, what is a niche and what does God have to do with it? And so if you're here, pull up a chair, because in your niche, you're not uncovering your niche. You're not having to go and dig for it. Something in your life that you've already uncovered, that you already had a breakthrough, you need to craft that message, and your niche will be revealed to you. Can you go look for a niche and help you, direct you? Yes. And that's when I showed you the prompt earlier. If you weren't here for that earlier part of the class, then you can go to my LINK and my BIO, and there's a free masterclass. Do you need to put your email first? No. You can actually click on the button that says watch the free masterclass. Watch the free masterclass. It's 42 minutes long. It's free. You can pause it, replay it. It's actually going to take you step by step. What is your niche? And all the XYZ. All right. So if you want to know your niche, you are your niche. Whatever you've lived through, that is the thing that you need to do. You're not going to have to spend so many months, so many weeks, so many hours grueling over and trying to uncover this thing, because inside of your niche, there's this thing called a message, and that's going to be for another time. But you're going to have to know how to talk to that specific person and how to repel the one that is not right for you. Because even though I am a woman for women's business, I'm not going to be talking to every woman in the world. There's the woman that is going to just hear what I have to say, and it's going to align. So some of you are trying to make everyone fit in your business. And you need to, that's all the part of picking your niche and what God has for you and what He's designed for you. So I built something specifically for you. If you want to be a part of that masterclass, it's free. You can watch it right now. That masterclass shows up when you do. Do you need to put an email in there in order to watch the masterclass? No. Can you replay, stop and pause and be interactive and follow exactly what I'm saying in that masterclass? Yes. It's designed for you that from the moment you watch the masterclass to get the answers you need. The masterclass is free. If you click the link in my bio, that masterclass is designed for you to watch it and go from start of your niche, your product idea, your product launch, publish and launch, and get visibility. That is what those 42 minutes are designed for. I challenge you, if you have not gotten your digital product launched yet, out there for the world to see, for you to serve, and you have been struggling in trying to figure out this whole niche thing, I explain it all to you in the free masterclass. The problem is most people won't do it. Why is that? Because it sounds too easy, right? It's like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have what it takes. Well, the very thing that you are afraid of is mostly the very thing that you are going to need to do. Because you are not here for just whatever reason. God doesn't give you vision and wisdom for just any randomness. For those of you that believe in Jesus, say, give me amen. So I know you sisters are here. Hey, Deanna. Hey, the Valley 1966. Aloha, Donna. If you guys didn't know, for those of you who are new to my class, this is Lori Lay coming from Maui, Hawaii. Hey, Kavailani, aloha to you. I am from Maui, Hawaii, and I'm here talking tonight about your niche. If you have a question on your niche, or if you have a question about a niche, if you don't even know what it is, and tonight you're like, I've never even heard that word, we are a participated class, and you can ask me anything you want. So whatever you've been going through in your life that you've overcome, guess what? That's a message. That is for someone that is going through the same thing. Can you believe that whatever we went through, let's say in Hawaii, that someone in Minnesota or someone in Florida might be going through the very same thing? Hey, see? And they are looking for answers that you have. Meanwhile, you're trying to think of, what is my niche? What am I going to say to this person? And what am I going to give to them as a free resource that possibly helped them? I don't know, like an ebook. I've created an ebook. Okay, I've created a lot of digital products, and I've made money in my sleep as well. So I'm excited. You know, we all have a starting point. Am I where I want to be exactly? No, not until the day I die, because till then we're always working on ourselves. But I can tell you that the reason most women stay stuck in their niche is because they're looking outward for the answer that God already gave you. Whatever it is you've gone through in your life, your niche is there. Your niche is inside there. You don't need a title. Some of us are looking for a title. Well, I don't know what lane I should be in, and I need a title. Because you're trying to think about it in a way that it makes sense to you. When whatever you've already discovered in your life and have gone through and have, maybe some of you have mastered that, you can put it into an ebook. You can put it into whatever form and help somebody. But back to the niche. A niche is not something you have to uncover. You are the niche. Some people make it so complicated because they want to sound new. They want to sound complicated. They want to sound educated. But your niche is something, you are the niche. I've heard that earlier part of this year. Somebody said it. And I said, I totally agree. You are the niche. Tell your sister next to you in the chat, you are the niche. You are. You are the niche. And so let me take a sip of this because this is really good. It's espresso blend coffee. I love it. You are the niche. Okay? And it's not something you're going to need to uncover because it's something that you've already went through. So if this is you and you are saying, well, I don't know my niche, then I want to invite you. Hey, Mac Automobile. Hey, Mac Automobile. If you are in whatever industry, whatever niche you feel you're at, and you've been feeling confused, if you want to take yourself into this experience, I have a free masterclass. You don't need your email in order to watch the masterclass. You can pause, play, and follow along step by step while it is playing. Hi, Haliko. Aloha to you guys. For women out there that are feeling stuck, procrastinating, tired of feeling like you're not hitting your season, you're ready to step in the next season, and you're tired of asking God, please, God, show me what is a niche. Show me what I need to do in my life. And like you're trying to unfold and uncover this thing. And you're having this dialogue and this talk with God, like help to uncover what that is. And he's already given it to you. And sometimes we want to go right when he's telling us to go this way because we're afraid of whatever it is we're afraid of. Self-doubt, limitations, because, we're here trying to pick something randomly that sounds good when we've already went through these things and we feel like this is not the thing for me because I've already healed from it. I've already went through it. But guess what? There's other women in the other side of the world that are waiting for an answer that you can share with them. So if you're watching and you stumbled onto this live, it's not an accident or coincidence. If you are thinking about the online space, or you want to be a coach, or you want to be a mentor, you want to go into an online business, or you want to sell cookies, you want to sell baking, or whatever it is, and you're like trying to think of what is my niche, then I'm here to tell you, you are the niche. You have a special message and you need to share it with the world. But you need to share it in a way that you're speaking directly to your audience. And if you're making content and nobody's commenting on your stuff or nobody's replying to you back, then this message was for you tonight. And so there's a free masterclass on my LINK in the bio. You can click on that because God has something he wants to take you on a journey. And if you let go and show up anyway, you're going to go further than you ever thought because of your belief, because of your faith. Hey, Nana Dina. Okay. So that is encouragement for you today, but it's a positive thing because yes, you can learn what a niche is by going to the free masterclass. And you can also publish and create your digital product inside that masterclass. It's free. You don't even need to put your email. You can go up there and grab it, watch the 42-minute video, and go step by step. And if whatever resonates with you, after you're done watching it, we can have a conversation. But this is for you guys, okay? So what is it that I do? I help women who are ready to rise in faith, who are done overthinking and procrastinating, and they need to get that word out, that they're able to help other people out there through ebooks, courses, recipe books, whatever it is. Those are my people that I work with, okay? And so you have your people that you're working with. But when it comes to your niche, we don't have to go and dig around and we don't have to feel like we got to uncover what our niche is because we've already gone through whatever it is we need to go through. And it sits inside of a niche somewhere. Mine is faith-based personal development. That's my niche. If I was going to give it a word, that would be my niche. For some, it would be new moms starting an online business, right? For bakers, it would be, for women, stay-at-home moms wanting to make a, baking thing. Never mind the cake pop drama, okay? We gotta stay out of the drama online, but man, that cake pop thing is no joke, okay? Women be fighting all over the cake pops. I'm like, where was that all when we was going and making cookies and stuff? We was being civil, we was being kind, sharing recipes, and then we got over here women fighting about cookie recipes and cake pop recipes and going all crazy. Like, thanks Slime for the likes. I mean, like, really, why do we feel like women feel, okay, because women feel like, well, if I give her a like, if I give her comments, she's going to make so much money that she's not even going to notice me, or that she's going to be so like this when she gets up there. Like, no. Like, there is enough for each of us to have a lot of business where we get to wake up each morning and serve. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Slime. Thank you. You're the best. So your niche is not something you're going to have to dig up and uncover. So if you have been spinning around figuring out, I haven't even got my ebook started. I didn't even get my course done. I didn't even get my, book even ready, and how am I going to do this? And you're still thinking about chapter 1 of that course you bought, and you're still trying to think of that niche. Let me help you. Okay? Your niche is something God given, very purposeful, because it's something you went through already. Okay? It's something you went through already. Like, I couldn't be out here making a 10-point course on how to play tennis if I don't even play tennis, okay? I can't tell you how to go make the world's best cake pop if I hadn't been making the best cake pop, okay? Let me get off the cake pop thing for him. I used to be a baker, that's why I'm laughing like that. So, but if I was going to reel it back, I can't be making a course on how to make money as a cake pop maker if I ain't make no cake pops. Okay, I made a couple of them, but I'm not a master at making cake pops. Cookies, on the other hand, that's another story. Auto detailing, that's another story. Okay, let's teach what you've already experienced and that you know enough of that someone out there would like to do the cake pop thing, okay? Because there's enough for everybody to go around. I don't care what Katie and Ashley said. There's enough to go around. Thank you, Slime. There is enough. There is enough. I promise you. So sometimes we want to pick random things. And, if you were to ask me, well, Lorelei, what's your niche? Well, God gave me the ability to help women go from one point to the next point to the next point in goals and systems, targets and systems, right? Waking up in the morning and having a system put in place where you are waking up every day, you get better than the last day. Okay. In your ideal morning, you are building something in your community. Thank you for the share. Thank you so much, Slime. You are building something. Let's not forget, don't get caught up in all the craziness of all this. Well, I got to put this together, and this has to be aligned, and this has to be perfect, and this graphic has to go over here. And then we forget the reason why we joined in the crusade of helping and serving in the first place. And it's a beautiful thing. It's not going to be easy. There have been many nights I have cried over my Hello Kitty light up keyboard until her little letters don't even show up on the keyboard. Because you might be in the part of the stage where you're like, I just don't get this niche thing. I don't get what it is I'm supposed to do. Maybe you started off great and now you feel like you lost yourself in something that if you start something, you're going to have to finish it. But let me tell you, if you've started in your niche as a cake pop maker and you want to go hop over to cupcakes because you feel like that's, in your niche of baking, like you can do that. But if you're like, God gave me this purpose to talk to women and be inspirational while making cupcakes or cake pops, and then all of a sudden, you want to go into another niche that it now brings you out of alignment, that's another thing. But can you share your God-given story of from bondage to freedom, from trauma to healing, from rags to riches, from whatever it is? Yes, you can. You can share and serve in the message in whatever niche you can, but give it time, practice, and be willing to serve and build other women up. Not like the examples of all these guys fighting about cake pops and cookies. And, I bet you Fruity Pebbles is having the time of their life right now. Fruity Pebbles and what is that cake maker? Is it Betty Crocker or Duncan Hines? Which one was it? Betty Crocker or Duncan Hines that's having the time of their life right now, because you got everybody wanting to make these cake pops. And I'm laughing about it because I used to be the baker, right, for cookies. And so let me, with business, we can have fun. We can have fun in our business. We can have fun and laugh, and at times where we got to put the hard work in. And the reason why I titled this, "What is my niche, and what does God have to do with this?" And it's the fact that He gave you the vision. He gave you the know-how to do some things that you can't even learn the things. Hey, Bianca, when God gave you this thing to do, He gave you the message, He gave you the heart, He gave you the willingness to show up when you didn't want to. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, Bianca. Thanks, sis. He gave you the unction to function, to show up when it was hard the next day. When other women are like, well, gee, how does she do that? How do I show up when I had the worst night, when my troubles from the night follow me in the next day? How do I show up in that time? And well, through your niche, through that business you've been dreaming about. Maybe you're working a 9-to-5 and you're thinking about that business that you want to start. Let me tell you, God most likely gave you that vision in your head, that you knew, that beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have something more inside of you, and that it's waiting for you to show up anyway. That when you're at your 9-to-5, you're at your side hustle or what it is, and you're trying to think, well, who do I serve? How do I talk to people? What am I going to sell to people? How am I going to serve people online? What sort of online business am I going to start? What is a niche? And what does God have to do with it? Because whatever you've gone through, and I'm going to tell you this, you do not have to uncover your niche. You are the niche. You are the niche. Whatever you've gone through, you've gone through. You've broke through. You deserve the right to talk about it. And that there are other people in the other side points of this world, this earth, who are waiting for you to show up. And you know why we're not showing up? Because while God is preparing us to go in that new thing, that new season, that new chapter, hey, Sister Carol, while He is preparing you to go in that season, guess what? We're just like, no, I don't want to go. I'm gonna choose to sit right here. I'm going to choose not to show up. Thank you, sis. I'm going to choose not to show up. Why? Because we fear the thing that we don't know, for one. We fear the thing that, well, maybe no one will get my message. Maybe no one will like my stuff. Did you know that you have to put in a lot of reps in order to get the results that you want? But we have to start somewhere. So when you are thinking about your niche and what does God have to do with it, God already gave you that purpose. He's not going to give you something random. It's us who chooses something random, like cake pops. Okay? God did not give me the vision for cake pops. He gave Katie and Ashley vision for cake pops, okay? And He gave Fruity Pebbles and I think it was Duncan Hines. They're having the time of their life right now, I bet. Okay? But for us, Maybe you went through trauma and healing. Maybe and I always say there's ministry and business are synonymous. Ministry and business are synonymous. Every morning, God and I have our own CEO meeting. It's like, how do you want me to show up today? Bianca says, I'm starting pharmacy tech school soon. Feel afraid, but God will be with you. God will be with me. Amen. Good message. Stepping out in faith. Yes. Pharmacy technician. That is an awesome type of world to even go and discover. It's this, at one point, I think I was in my late 30s. I thought about becoming a pharmacy technician because I just loved science and I loved medical things and things like that. Maybe in a side hustle, you could do your own aromatherapy. Okay, during the day, you're pharmacy tech, and at nighttime, you're aromatherapy, creator. You just never know. As long as you're like, well, Lord, I'm going to do this till this such time, but I know you have something greater for me. Help me to decide what sort of niche that you have me to serve in this very thing that you gave me. Right? I love the creative ideas you have. Thank you. That's what God puts these things in my mind so quickly that if I don't talk fast enough, it doesn't come out fast enough. So I end up losing it sometimes. But when you get yourself involved in something that you're passionate about, and that your purpose is inside of that passion, and you're no longer having to chase either one. Like your purpose is God-given. That's your assignment. Your passion is something that you are good at, that you want to get good at, that you think would be fun for you. And they go hand in hand. Your passion is what pays you. But when it comes to serving inside of that, people come to know the Lord because of that, because of your purpose inside of your passion. So when you start an aromatherapy type business, or you teach others how to do XYZ, and you're inside of that God-given purpose, your calling, God has his hand on it. There's nobody that can ever take that away from you. Never. And Sister Bianca says, I love matcha and coffee. I worked in a coffee shop. Ooh, I always wanted to open my own place. There you have it. I helped, there's this one woman. She lives in Denmark, and she wanted to have her own karate studio. But she worked as a manager at a coffee shop. And she always says, she loves her job, but she wants to open up her own karate studio. And so through ideas and bouncing ideas off, she discovered that through her passion, that's her niche in mental health, mental mindfulness and exercise and fitness, and all those things go together. And she loved Jesus. So, hey, you can't get any better than that, right? So we are building up people in our community. You are building up women in the community, because you never know. People are going to show up one day at your coffee shop, or at your coffee kiosk, or at your coffee food truck. Thank you for the love. Thank you, Bianca. And they're going to pour out their heart to you, because they feel safe, because there's something about you, that light that you carry, that is going to take them into a place, a lighthouse of peace. That's what this studio is. This studio here, right there, is where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens behind. Then there's the room back there. It's a meeting place. And this place is a place where people come to discover like their next chapter. And if God has that studio, that coffee shop lined up for you, then he's going to show you the way to get there. Just always remember that he has your best interest, and he knows the things that he has for you, and always keep right on it. Just know that I don't know all the answers, God, but I'm willing to follow you. because we know, God knows He has these things for you lined up. It's a and that yes, the studio back there, we have classes and we have people. So people, I call it a curated space for purpose-driven leaders. So people that need to have meetings, they of course have coffee. There's small group meetings. There's enough for 12, 13 people back there for a class. And so my products that I sell are digital products online. I have my planners here for people who want to map out their time, but I actually have that inside of my stand store, which is the digital format of my planner, so people can print them. But you figure out, because I had a cookie and a coaching business, and it was very thriving. The cookies were just, they took off immediately. I was famous 25 years ago, and I felt God was bringing me back to all these. So I started cookies just to kind of get my feet wet again. And, because everybody kept asking me for my cookies. And so, but what I noticed is that my focus was more on cookies and spending time in the kitchen than doing coaching and serving women and helping to build women up. And I always hid behind my crafts, like cookie making, jewelry making, all these other crafts and art and resin. See, I can do all those things, but I made it my focus. And God was like, no, you have a ministry of serving and helping other women realize their God-given purpose. Right? And He can do that for you. And where we don't have to keep trying to feel like we got to dig it up. Hey, Kirby, like we got to dig up our purpose. Like we got to dig up our niche and we got to uncover everything. And God says, you are the niche. The thing that you went through and you overcame, He brought you through that. He's given you everything you need to do to help that woman in Minnesota, to help that woman in Arkansas, to help that woman across the world know that God is God and that He's given you a purpose to break through from whatever it is, that you can train and teach and serve other women. Amen. Thanks, Kirby. I'm doing good. I'm having coffee because with God, all things are possible. Amen. And so I wanted to bring this message, and these 3 points are: your niche is not a category. It's a calling. That's number 1. Your niche is not a category. It is a calling. This is where you feel you're called to home. Amen. Thank you, Kirby. You feel called to home when you are aligned with the God-given purpose that He's given for you. Not that we're going to go and be like, no, Lord, I want to go over here. I'm going to go here in this niche. I'm going to go make cake pops and cupcakes. And God's like, I've called you to faith. I've called you to women's personal development as a coach, not as a cake boss or cake maker or cake pop maker. Those are things cookies I'm great at. But God didn't call me to rest in that. He called me to teach and share online in that space. So number 1, your niche is not your category. It is a calling that He has on your life. Thank you so much, Bianca. Number 2, confusion. When we are trying to really think so hard outside of what God has already put in here, we start to get confused. We start to analyze everything that's gone wrong, that can go wrong, the possibilities of going wrong. And then we say, well, God, I don't think God hears me. I don't think God hears me enough. I don't think God's operating in a quick enough time. I know, because I've been there, so I can speak about it, because there's somebody out there feeling like God doesn't hear him or her fast enough, but He does. Thank you so much, Kirby. May God continue to lift you up and bless you more each day. Thank you for that. Because I tell God, I said, Lord, I don't know where I'm going in today, but please help me show up in a way that You have put me on this earth to share and to serve. Because when I take my eyes off of that, I get to being, okay, what are this? What is this, a little bit too controlling in my life? And that is where it does not become fun. It becomes like, oh no, I think I need to step back a little bit. I need to pause. I need to reset. I need to, unload any emotional type things that are in my life, right? You feel that, right? When we start to go against the alignment of God's will, that's when we start to be like, when the boat starts rocking, right? We start to be like, oh, let me off the ship. Let me off this boat, right? And God's like calling you back. And number 3, your niche finds its people. Okay? When the message is specific. When your message is specific. Point number 3, you are going to repel the people you need to repel, and you are going to attract the people that you need to attract when your message is specific inside of your niche. It is only, well, how do I get more specific? It is only from when you are practicing. When you're practicing. When you're doing the thing that you love to do and you're learning the thing that you need to do, right? Because just because we love it doesn't mean we know everything and how to master. No, we got to get good at it. I'm sure Katie and Ashley had to get real good at making them cake pops. I'm giving an example because everybody knows the story, okay? They have their lane, cake pops, okay? And they're in their story right now. What the thing is that if it were me, I'd be trying to do the right thing in serving and building up the community, making an impact. Making an impact because we are leaders inside of our communities. If you believe you're a leader, tell me amen down in the comments of this chat. We are interactive. So if you are too busy trying to uncover your niche, if you are thinking that your niche is surface level and you are only serving at the surface level, then this is not for you. But if you're ready to really build your online business and you're really ready to build your cookie shop, coffee shop, karate shop, whatever it is, you want to build an ebook? You want to create an ebook? My masterclass is free. It's 42 minutes long, and it will show you exactly what you need to do in 42 minutes. You can stop, play, pause. You don't even need to put your email address in there. You can just go watch it. It's on the LINK and my bio. But I wanted to share this before I go because it was important that you know that you don't have to dig around for your niche. Your niche is already you. You are your niche. You are your brand. You are your voice. Now it's up to you to show up in a way that you are aligned with that. And when you get specific inside of the way you show up, you're going to attract the woman or the man that needs to be for you. Thank you so much. Because God is on the mission. Okay, we are in here to make an impact in the people that we serve. And people need the light around in this crazy world. We need to shine light, right? We need to shine light to the people in our community because we've gone through things. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We need to get out there and not hustle, but we need to serve. When you start serving and you start getting into really what your purpose is and who you are, thank you so much. You are going to excel in the very thing that you need to do, to serve, to help people. And there is nothing else like this. There's some things that you can be taught and some things that are going to be learned. And there's gifts that you're going to be given that you are your own person. Like people can copy you. People can copy you, Kirby. People can copy you, Byron. People can copy you. But they are not you. So you are your niche. So I just wanted to come on here for that short time and tell you guys, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for allowing me to come up and serve you tonight. I've been on here for about an hour. I'm going to hop off. And if you are ready to go into your next chapter, building something great for all you women out there. I know some of the guys are like, well, I want to do it too. You know, I want to serve in my capacity. You know, I don't say no, but if you can bypass the feminine voice in my, you know, digital products and the way I serve, you're welcome to join us. Hi, Marisol. You're welcome to join us. Hey, Alejandro. So, well, that's it. I'm going to hop off here the live. Stay tuned because I'll be coming on here. I'll make an announcement again. And the next live will be on Thursday or Friday. I'll let you guys know, Thursday or Friday. But if you're ready and you want more information, you can DM me ready. You can DM me. No spammers out there, please. DM me ready. And then you can also click the link in my bio. That is where you're going to find the free masterclass. Everything you need to know is in that masterclass. Okay? Your niche, digital product, how to make one, how to publish it on your store. Okay, and how to attract and get visibility out there. So it's going to show you those things. So you can go on there. But I want to say thank you, guys. God bless you. And if you need prayer, DM me, please, and we'll have a chat. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. You guys are awesome. God bless you. God bless you, each and every one of you. Good night.